Hello, my most amazing art students. Today, after you've learned about the painting of the Mayflower, we're going to work on drawing a simplified version of the Mayflower. I'm going to use a Sharpie to draw, not pencil and erase or anything like that. So, and then here's another colored version. This is what it'll look like when you color it. And this is done on cream colored paper if you want to do that as well, because then you can color the sails white and not worry about the background. It's up to you. So there are a couple examples. You're just going to need a blank piece of paper, and the first thing that you're going to do is draw the bottom of the, well, actually the first thing that you're going to do is draw the water. So in the painting that we looked at, the seas were pretty rough, so I'm going to kind of do choppy seas, okay? And then after that, we're going to come out with a diagonal line on the front and go all the way forward, a vertical line there, and then a scoop all the way back to here, and then kind of a diagonal curved line. So that's our boat in the water, okay? The next thing that we're going to do is create the, like, I think captain's quarters or something. I did post a picture so you guys could see the different parts of the ship. So we're going to go about a third in on this side. So middle is here. If we broke this ship into thirds, it would be about there. So about a third in, and we're going to create this curved line, and then slope upward, and then connect this here, just like that. Okay. Now we need to create the masts, and those ships back then had many masts because they traveled by sail instead of engine. So our first mast, I'm going to put a dot where I want it to go to, and then I'm going to draw a vertical line and another, and as you see, it gets wider as it comes down. So then I'm going to draw one in the middle of the ship, and I'm going to put the top right there. This one I'm going to draw, because it's a bigger mast, I'm going to draw both sides of it. Okay. Then we're going to draw one about a third of the way in here, but I'm going to angle it slightly, okay, off to the side. And it's a little bit shorter than this mast. And I'm sure all these masts have names. I don't know what they are. Not a ship's captain. I'm an art teacher. So there's that mast. And then one more mast right off the bow of the ship. I'm going to put that there and there. Okay, so after that, they have crossbars that hold the sail. This one's going to have a really interesting diagonal. I'm going to skip behind my vertical mast there, not draw over the top of it. Okay, and then we're going to do two on this, and they don't have to be completely horizontal. They could be a little off kilter, if you will. Another one up here. So let's see where we're at. We did this horizontal mast, then we did these two. Okay, you guys catch back up. I just know when I teach this in class that the kids ask me to wait while they get caught up. Okay, so I'm going to give you a minute there. Now we're going to do two more on this mast. You can always pause the video too. There's always that option. Okay, and then we're going to do two on this one. very tiny. Notice they're very diagonal on this one. Okay, so there are all of our masts. So what we want to do is create the sails. Okay, so on this one, I don't know that I have a very thin Sharpie. I'm going to try to use the tip because these are just ropes on these top parts right here, ropes that hold the horizontal mast. So I'm going to use the very tip and try to do a very thin line right there and here. Okay, so that's a triangle right there, and then both of the lines are going to come to this corner point right here. So one line here. Let's see the curve that I put, and I'm also going to do a curve on this one as well. So curving, and I'm going to go behind there. So it's kind of like a kite on that one. So this bottom sail is going to come down to the deck and touch here on this corner. I'm going to create a curve, and then it's going to touch down here. Okay, now in order to make it look like a sail, we have to connect these 2 points. So I'm going to curve it right there, and then I'm going to create a curved C shape here and a C shape here, and then I'm going to create a rainbow arch, making sure to skip behind the mast there. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here. C, C, rainbow, and then this one is going to touch the deck as well. C, and this one's just going to come over here and exist behind here, and then do that rainbow shape just like that. Okay, this one is just going to have the 2 C shapes. Okay, there you go. There are all of your sails of your ship. Now, one of the last things that we can, the next thing that we're going to do are the flags that they can fly. These triangular pennant flags that they had. Okay, and then there are these ropes that come from this mast all the way to the top of this mast, but they go behind the sails. So you kind of need to, and if you need to draw that with pencil first, then you can do that. It's going to go behind my flag. Okay, I'm going to turn my drawing so that I can do the rope from here to here. There we go. There's that rope, and then we're going to add some windows, some porthole windows over here, and maybe a square or rectangular window on the back end there, and then a few windows along the ship here. Now I'm going to let you guys color this however you want to color it. I'm going to leave mine like this, and I can't wait to see how you guys finish these off. You can have Stormy Seas. I do think the best material to use to color this with is probably crayon, just because you get more coverage, or you can use colored pencil. Colored pencil will take you longer, but you might like the results a little bit more. So that's up to you. Another thing, you know what, before I let you go, I'm going to show you. If you have crayons that you've removed the wrapper from, you can go ahead and use the side of it to fill in a lot of space like this. You can also use this to get texture on your boat. So, and then you can use the edge of it to just add those like wooden board lines, wooden planks along the line. So just color in, I mean, you can cover a lot of area quickly, and if you want it to get darker, you just push a little bit harder and add those And then this is another section. The only thing is you might want to do this before you add your windows so that you can just color the whole area without worrying about having to go around areas. Because I do need like a smaller piece of crayon so I can break it and then be able to get in there. Look at that. I said I was going to let you go, and then I started coloring. And you know, I just love to color too much. I think it's important to learn different techniques so that you can do your best work when you're coloring or painting or whatever. You learn your tools, learn the strengths of the tools that you're using. Go ahead and add some of those lines, some lines from here. Okay, and then do some vertical lines. You can put like a knot in the wood. So, it doesn't have to be anything like super perfect, but I'll get a little bit darker. So, if you want to go over it again and darken that color, just like that, you can. You don't have to add the details that I've added. I just said that you could. Same thing goes for the water or the sky. If you want to color the water the same way, just get a blue crayon, same thing. I'm going to color the sails. Well, actually, I'm not going to color the sails because they're going to stay white. The sky is going to be blue or gray, or if it's really stormy, maybe some grays and blues mixed in. So there you go. Have a great day. Talk to you later.